What is up, everybody? My name is Commander, and welcome to a new game called FrostPunk. FrostPunk is a steampunk world set game made by the same developers who made this War of Mine, if you were into that at all. I never played that game at all, didn't really feel that's something I wanted to mess with, but this game looked really, really interesting, and I watched a guy called Raptor play it. He got me really interested in it, I got hooked on it, and I watch him all the time on it, and so I decided to buy the game myself and do my own playthrough because when you do this game, everybody's scenarios are different. Things don't really ever exactly play out the same way. Some stuff, there's some random stuff, but basically, this is set in the steampunk era, 1880s technology, where steam engines were the thing. So no electricity, no guns. There will be no actual combat in this game. There are some decisions. It's a lot of decisions to make this like moral choices, things of that nature. But basically, you're trying to run a city and balance everything, keep people hopeful, and I wouldn't say it's hard, but you're always on the brink of destruction. So you have to worry consistently about the decisions you make. Just because you make a decision doesn't mean you made the right one, and that's what this series is going to be about. So I'm going to be making several videos on this. Don't forget to like and subscribe those videos if you do watch them. I very, very much appreciate it, and that's if you like it, of course. If you have any ideas or if you want to play the game was $29.99 on Steam. Really good game so far from what I've played of it. So let's get into it.
We roam the still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow, and with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
A new home. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our colony was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of managed, a handful of us managed to reach the site of the generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world as we know it has crumbled. So, I do not understand why the world has gone this way, and what I really don't understand is why would you go north of all things? The southern hemisphere is actually, if I'm right, warmer. It's more because Earth is rocked back on a 5-degree axis, so technically the southern hemisphere gets more direct sunlight. So and I don't know, maybe they didn't get the science exactly right, but something would have had to have caused the Earth to have gone cold, and there's a few things that could have happened. An asteroid could have hit and kicked up ash everywhere, which would have blotted out the sun, cooled the Earth. I don't feel that's the case. Global warming is definitely not the case, as this is the opposite. You can climate change all you want, but CO2 actually makes the planet hotter. So this isn't a thing. You would have had sea levels rise first. So that's obviously not it either. My best answer for this, and this is my only answer, and they've claimed this is a possibility at any time. A rogue sun or planet, something with a large gravitational pull, passed through between near Earth and pulled us out of orbit and caused the planet to drift. I watch a lot of other videos when it comes down to like space, and one thing they suggest is that if a sun, and you can do this if you have universal sandbox, you can you'll find that after a planet would have crossed close by, or a sun, a very large planet or a small sun, if they would have crossed by or even come anywhere near, the gravitational effects would pull the planet out of orbit. And unfortunately, what would happen is after a few years, you would notice it getting much colder and colder until it got excessively cold. And basically, we'd all freeze to death when the planet drifted away. So I believe it's something more along those lines, although from what I'm understanding, what I've seen, they're suggesting an asteroid, although you would think they would have noticed this. But it is 1888, maybe they didn't know a thing about it, maybe it happened on the other side of the Earth, but then ash should have covered the sky, and maybe that's what's going on, but like I said, I don't really know. Just some theory crafting, really. The only other thing I don't understand is why they couldn't build this in. I mean, they would have more infrastructure back in London. Why did they leave London when they could build it here? Okay, so we need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings. Without it, will freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. Okay, can I pause this? Good, I like to pause this. Now, I know you don't click on your people. Like, you can click on them and you can find out information about them. Alone in this world, no home. So you can kind of find out what's going on with your individual people. And they all got names, which is kind of cool. This is something that I did not know, but they all got names. And you can kind of identify everybody. But here we go. So we're going to go ahead and build. Actually, no, we're not going to build right off the bat. We are going to go find some coal piles. And now what you'll see is those resources all around the map. How I know a lot of this is like I've been watching Raptor. He actually got a demo before all this, so he's been playing longer than the rest of us. And so we're looking for a coal pile that is wood. This is a coal pile. This is a scrap wreckage, which is going to have about 60 scrap wreckage, which isn't going to be the worst thing in the world. It looks like the generator is smaller than the one I saw the other thing, but you know, it's alright. And then wood crates. More wood crates. Steel wreckage. Some more coal, so we're going to want to gather up that coal. We're going to want to gather this coal and this coal. So we're looking at about 1,500 raw coal sitting here. 2,500 raw coal. That's good. Now, I know these trees and stuff on the outside, we're going to have to work on that a little harder. That's going to take some research and stuff, but we need to first go ahead and develop some stuff. What is this? Stockpile. So did they give us a building right away? I think that's the main building that starts and just holds a little bit of everything. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and click on this coal pile, and we're going to go over here to where it says engineers and workers. Well, it doesn't really matter here in this case, engineers, workers. We have 50 available workers and 15 engineers, so that leaves us a total of 65 people to do work. We're going to go ahead and send the max 15 people onto that, and then we're going to go ahead and send another 15 people to get that coal right there. They're going to both trek out there. They're going to get very cold, so unfortunately for them, they got to walk in the snow right now. And then what we're going to do next, if I can manage it, is actually we're going to go ahead and have them walk out, get the coal. And then the rest of these people are going to start working on some tents. And now this builds in a circular pattern, and you build your roads around it. Now you do need to leave space for your roads eventually, and we'll probably run a road straight out there, or we may run the road out here and then turn in. That way we can go ahead and get that stone. So I'm going to go ahead and build a couple tents. There's not much out in this way, actually. So this might be a good spot to kind of push the community first. Again, we want to leave space for a road here and there. So I'm going to leave a space right here. And we're going to go ahead and place that. And when you place these structures, it does clear the snow, but these things have to be heated, so they have to be placed around some sort of thermal generator. In this case, this thing will be the thermal generator that generates the heat. So we need to go ahead and each tent, which I think we just ran out of wood. Each tent holds, how much? How many people? It doesn't say, does it? Shelters 10 people. I have 65 people though, so we're gonna need to go out and get some wood as well. So we're gonna go ahead and go grab some wood crates. So I'm gonna send another 15 people out to go get wood. That's gonna leave 15 people here and there. I want to go ahead and we'll get 5 people working on buildings until we get more structures, because everybody needs a home. Everybody needs some sort of shelter or they will die out here. So we're gonna put them, and then we're gonna go ahead and put them on there. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead. No, we're gonna send everybody we can to get resources. So, all right, let's unpause the game and let it start going. All right, so right away the engineers. I figured the engineers would be better to work on the tents. They are much better at this kind of stuff, you would think, because they're engineers. And you can see over here, is there no pan? Okay, the pan is just a little insensitive. If they could work on that, they really should, because it's a little hard to move it. And I wish we could get a more top-down view, but you can see they're kind of walking through the snow and they're clearing it out. Now, we don't want to leave them walking in this for very long. We want to get them out, stop doing this, and build some roads. Building roads is going to help a lot. And then we'll also, at some point when they're working, is going to want to try and make sure they're heated, because working out in the cold is not good for them. They will get sick and they can get injured, and you can lose people to that. We definitely don't want to do that. So the first thing we need to do is get this stuff. Alright, so we got 3 sets of homes, and after they get done, I'm probably going to go send them out to collect these wood crates, because we need every bit of resources. I mean, we need to scavenge up some resources real quick. Okay, so that's everything. Oh, no, wait. We already got wood. So let's pause it up again. I don't want to miss anything. I'm new to the game. So let's get somebody else a home. Anything is better than no protection from the cold. And right now, we're not that cold. -20 is actually not that cold. That's actually on the warm side right now. Here at day 4, we're going to actually hit a significant temperature drop, and we're going to want to make sure everybody is warm. All right, so we're bringing in wood slowly. You can see it's counting up. Doesn't look like they have to actually bring it back. They just got to work the area technically. All right, and then so we're going to get another tent right here. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We have 65 people, I think I said. Oh, we also have children. Oh, wow. We could have really been bad there. We have 15 children. So we need to build 8 sets of tents. And generally, we're going to build this first row around this stuff anyway. And unfortunately, it looks like, well, that's just a coal pile. We can just build any road out there. That's not a big deal. When it comes to the resources, we want to leave a space for roads. So I'm probably going to go ahead and leave a space here soon for a road to run out there. Oh, let's turn the generator on. Let's turn this behemoth on. How do you turn it on? Okay, so 0 generator stress level increases when the overdrive is on. When the stress level reaches 100%, the generator will explode and the game will end. So we do not, pretty much let's try not to put that onto overdrive. Okay, how do we turn this on? That's the question. Let's unpause this. Let's click that. Does that turn it on? No, that doesn't. There we go, got it. So I just had to click on the steam level 1 that turned the generator on. So at least we know the generator power is up. That's good. That's really good. And people are content. And they're basically upset about the homelessness right now. So more wood is here. Let's go ahead and get another tent built. Just trying to get everybody homes. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna space that out right there. I hope that's not gonna interfere with the road. If not, we'll just move the road over slightly. Um, and I'm gonna put another tent right here, and we're gonna have to work another tent in. We're gonna have to. If it cuts into the road, sorry. It's just these people need homes first. And if we can get all the homes built beforehand, we're definitely gonna do that. All right, last home. All right, and I feel like we're gonna put it right there. Okay. Next thing on the list, I'm gonna start getting some roads going because I want these people to not have to walk in this freezing cold. The generator home's releasing warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of coal reserves. Food. There will be no city if we starve to death. Secure a way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse to prepare meals. Okay. Alright, now none of you should be homeless soon. Those engineers are working, and they're working their butt off for you guys. So, we should be able to get those homes up and working for you in no time. And actually, what I would suggest is, it looks like we have about 2 days worth of coal. I'm going to take 5 of you off. I want you to go help build on the buildings, because I want to make sure everybody's at home before nightfall, and it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Alright, and so what they're wanting us to do as well is we need to go to food. And they can't eat raw food. You can see we got raw food here, but we need to make a cookhouse. And then we're actually going to have to assign people to the cookhouse eventually. So, now, on this one, I believe you don't need anybody. You don't need heat in this. Secure. Well, let's look. Base heating level 1. I don't know. I feel like I want to put thermal vents up for everything, but I'm pretty sure you do not need heat for this. We'll look into it more later if we have to. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy. I want to make sure we're not losing space, and so the generator's really only going to reach right there anyway, and after that we'll run thermal pipes. So putting this right here wouldn't be a bad thing. Right behind the depot actually sounds like a really good idea. That way they can get right to the resources.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say most of this is live recording. Unfortunately, some parts are not. Where you saw the video cut out there for a minute, I don't know what's up with that. Bandicam has been doing this more and more recently, and I guess I may need to update it or something. But I don't know what's going on with it, and so unfortunately, there might be some points where we lose a complete video feed.
All right, so we're going to get that food processed, and the next thing we're going to do is get some hunters going. Now, we do need to get some people working on it. Well, I guess they'll work on it as one of the things. They gotta go hungry at night. They're gonna go hungry at night. I want to make sure we have enough coal. I mean, we could really just go ahead and do it, but I mean, I feel the workload is being shared properly. Well, actually, I don't. Okay, pull them off. And I feel like that was the... Oh, the workday's over. So hopefully these people will go ahead and finish what they're working on. Get some people, a few more houses. Come on, we got to get these people into homes, guys. So at least if everybody's got homes, they can go to sleep tonight and be a little warm. Okay, so we got one. And then we're going to go ahead and reassign the jobs anyway. Despite the fact that the workday's over, it's more important to make sure those jobs are still assigned, because when they wake up in the morning, even though they're not technically working, it would be best to have them. I think they work overnight anyway. It's just, it's kind of an animation, or not animation, but kind of simplifying that they're going to take a rest. All right, and there's not much for the wood category left in these 2 piles. We're going to have to do something about wood pretty quick from what I'm understanding. All right. we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put, you know what, we're gonna just put 5 people in on it because we actually have more people available right now than we have work for them. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure everybody is collecting wood at this moment. You're collecting all the wood you can. You are collecting all the wood you can. And there are some wood crates right here. If I've got 10 available. You know what? Let's just do that for now because I don't really know. I mean, I'd like to get. Actually, we need to build a hunter's cabin. So these guys are gonna stay there. The workers are gonna go back to start moving some wood. We've got plenty of coal, and then we're gonna go ahead and get a hunter's hut built. We're gonna start running low on manpower real quick. Manpower is gonna change from having a bunch of people to having no one. Alright, and let's look at roads. How do you build roads? Build a street right down here. Okay, so when I'm building, it looks like it freezes time, at least with roads. Alright, so I want you all to go ahead and build that and then start working on this road to right here. And then we'll push the road out further to make sure everybody doesn't have to walk so far. Although, actually, no, scratch that. Okay. Let's build a road and I did that, didn't I? Let's just give it a minute and let a little more wood collection happen. Because I'd like to build a straight street out to them. You can see already where they were walking. Oh, right here. This is my coal pile. You can see there's no workers right now. They have stopped working. There's no resource income at the moment, and so everybody looks like they have gone to bed for the night. Okay, there we go. We got the street built. Or we're building the street, I should say. And when they build the street, they'll actually clear out the snow. There will no longer be snow here, which is going to be nice. We're not going to have to look at that. And you can kind of see as you're doing it, if you see on the edges of the screen here, there is snow or ice freezing up right here on the edges. The basic resources secure for now. We can try to rescue the people we left behind, build a beacon scout Frostland, and save as many survivors from the expedition as possible. You'll need a workshop to design plans for more advanced buildings. Okay. Alright, first off, we need to prioritize here. We've got everybody homes. Temporary modifiers times 2. Oh, 2 times main objectives fulfilled. Okay. Well, that's great. We've expanded everybody with a little bit of hope here. Now we're building a road. We'll get that road built all the way out. Hopefully, just not right now. It leads to about nowhere. I feel like I'm Sarah Palin right now, building a road to nowhere. Just a political joke there, right? No, why are we building roads again? Oh, I see. No road. Did not build a road at all? Well, you know what? Probably because of where it's at. But you know what? They don't have to trek that far over there, so I don't feel it's necessary. No adjacent road. Are you kidding me? Okay. So we have to have a road to it, even though it's like right behind a tent. Those people could literally walk right there. Okay, well, we'll hang out. Gotta wait for the night to end, and then once the shift is over and everybody goes back to work, we'll go ahead and do something about it. right now we have 15 children. They're prohibited to work. I'm not personally fond of that. I feel that the children should do some minor stuff, but nothing too hard on them. Alright, so we have one person who's gotten sick over the night. And let's just speed through the night here. Don't know when they get up in the morning. We can't do anything for the sick until we get everybody to start collecting some stuff. Like I said, we'll build a road, get them out there, and that way they don't have to necessarily walk all the way out there. But we've got to do something for resources right now, and that unfortunately means they got to go. We're doing fine, all things considered. Okay, so everybody seems like they're pretty well hopeful. I understand that person's sick, but there's nothing we can do right now. Day-night cycle. Okay. You can move the camera with the mouse while holding the right mouse button. You can also use WASD and mouse pointer to edge the screen. Okay, so we can use WASD keys to move around. Q is going to rotate the screen. That's cool. And zoom in and out. Alright. Alright, well, why did they bring that up when it said something about day-night cycle? Oh, day-night cycle. Here we go. The city wakes up at 6 people have some free time until the work shift starts at 8, unless there's construction work to do after they finish their shift at. So basically, I need to assign them construction work. Okay, good to know. Future reference: 6 o'clock, we need to have construction work available for them. At 1800, they are free to help with construction again, which can keep them up well past midnight. You can extend the 10-hour work shift if you sign certain laws. Well, I would much rather not do that. We're going to do what we got to do. So, we're not going to mess with any of that right now. We're just going to go ahead and ride this out. It's 6, and unfortunately, there's no construction projects to be handled right now. We're too busy with other things. So, let's run the day by just a little longer. It looks like they already started. They started before even time. They were already getting out there. And we now have wood, so we're gonna go ahead, build a street. Alright, I'm gonna do that. And then, do I have any more wood? I do have more wood. Okay, and the road kind of pushes it out of the way, even though it's not exactly perfect. It looks like it pushed it out of the way to make it work anyway, so that's fine with me. It can do as it needs. So we got 2 new roads that we're setting up, and I want to run because there is material out here. It's not much though. It's not worth even running the road out there. So okay, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna click on. Oh no, I don't want to click on that. And then, all right, where are the people that I have free? Okay, I have 5 unemployed. They should be going and working on the construction then of these roads, which I think there they are. They're going to work on the roads right now, so everybody doesn't have to trek through the snow so much, which is going to be awesome. All right, other building projects. We need to get a medical post. Now, this, from what I understand, needs to be in the warmth, which unfortunately for us, the way I spaced everything, it's not gonna happen. So what I'm gonna do is I intend on expanding out this way. This is probably the least resource used area. So the medical tent can go somewhere like, I want to say right here. If the generator ever has to expand its area, that would be the best place for it. And we'll just go ahead and do this with the roads, because the only way we're going to get a road to there is to do that. So, alright, let's hit the play button. Let's see what happens. Oh, and let's unclick there. And now I'm offset on what I was doing here. So I believe that's the general facing. And we can see the roads, and I'm sure they're very appreciative of the road, just for the fact they don't have to track through so much snow anymore. These wood crates aren't going to last long. This supply on the wood is just, it's not going to last. And we're going to need to do something else about that here shortly. We just don't have the wood right now to do anything. But unfortunately, guys, that's going to be all I have time for this particular video. Keep watching because I am going to have more video on this. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to get a lot worse. It's going to get a lot better. And it's going to get really bad. And then it really doesn't actually get much better after that. I'm going to have a lot of trouble with these guys. So stick around. Keep watching because I'm really enjoying this game. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you did like the video. Let me know whether or not you do or not. But y'all take care. And I'll catch you next time. Hey!